In today's video, I'm going to be going over how you can make hundreds of millions of coins with the new update that just dropped. I'm going to be going over how exactly I've invested and how you should invest as well if you so wish. If you guys enjoyed today's video, subscribe, like, let's get into it. I'm going to do a really quick recap of what's happening. So currently, the Hypixel Skyblock levels update just dropped, meaning you can level up and you can gain health and upgrade your level. In addition to this, there's also a bunch of bug changes. Really, there's going to be 3 we're going to be going over. Number 1. Juju Shortbow got nerfed. It made the Enderman requirement from 3 to 5, meaning a lot of people can't use it. Number 2, Shadow Fury got buffed. And number 3, Livid Dagger got nerfed because its attack speed got cut in half. 2 other smaller changes, I know I said 3, but Furball drop chance got doubled, and the Spirit Scepter mana cost got dropped as well, so it is now cheaper to use. This only costs you 200 mana instead of 250. Now all of these have stuff that make it so we can invest and make a bunch of money with this coming update. So first, let's go over the obvious one, Juju. People are panic selling Jujus like crazy. It's insane. The main reason is because they can't use them. But Jujus are going for around 12.8 million coins per. These are for like epic ones that have full hot potato books, full 5-star, like they're decent Jujus. There is a huge opportunity for profit here, because it still costs you 22 million coins to make Jujus. Meaning, with these current prices, no one will be making more Jujus. Meaning, the amount of Juju supply in the market currently is limited to however much it is, because no person in their sane mind is going to craft a Juju when they can buy one for 10 million coins cheaper. Now, because of this price shift, there was a bunch of potential. I'm not saying it's going to happen anytime soon, but in the future, the price of Jujus have to rise. This is simply because at some point, people are going to have to buy them, because it's still cheaper. For anyone who can still use a Juju, it's still cheaper to buy it from AH than it is to craft one. So eventually, prices are going to go back up. Will they ever reach the same price? Honestly, probably not. But eventually, they will go back up in price, which is why I have bought a lot of them. If you look, and I believe it's this chest, I've got a lot of Jujus, some epic, some legendaries. Legendaries I bought for 14 mil. These ones I bought for 12.5. So they're ridiculously cheap, and eventually they will go back in price. I'm not saying when, I'm not saying how much, I'm not saying any information. All I'm saying is that due to logic and economics, they will have to go back up at some point. Maybe not by the full amount, but they will go back up. Speaking of, there's another item that you should really buy on Bazaar. That is a subscribe button. It's 100% free, and it will make you bank. Guarantee it, alright? I give you my word. But in all seriousness, let's get back into the video. Now, I don't recommend investing in just base Jujus, because that's odds are not going to make you a crazy amount of money. But there's another way you can invest. And this is by investing in some of the higher tier Jujus. Here's my logic on this one. Jujus didn't get nerfed, they're just harder to get and use now. I mean, the people who can pay money for good Jujus are still going to buy Jujus. The high-end Jujus with like Soul Eater 5, recoms, whatever, people are still going to be buying them because actual stats haven't gotten nerfed, it's just harder to use them. But if you're going to be paying 70 to 60 million coins for a Juju, odds are you probably have the opportunity to get E-Man 5. So it's not going to affect you a crazy amount, you're still going to pay the price. Now I'm going to go and just browse the age and see if I can find an example so I can prove to you how good this is and how much potential you can make. I'm also going to take, I'm thinking this one. It's got Soul Eater 5, Overload 2, Power 6. It's got a Master Star and Fumings though. That's definitely a really good bow, I'm going to buy that. Alright, so let's see how much is that going to cost. So, let's start off. Overload 2 is going to cost you around 2 million coins-ish. Soul Eater is going to cost you 24 million coins. The Hot Potato Books and Fuming, if I'm just going to add all these up together, it's going to cost you around 6 mil. Master Star, we're looking at 8 mil. And the base cost is around 19 million coins. So, in total, before the update, this bow would cost you around 62 million coins to buy it before this update. That's ridiculous. But try to diversify and buy yourself some higher tier bows, because odds are people are still going to be buying these high tier bows because they can use them. First off, with Juju falling, it now raises the concern of what are people going to do for other archer weapons. There's 2 answers to this. Spirit Bow, which is ridiculously high at 14 million coins per. It's more expensive than the Juju, for Christ's sake. So that's an option. The Spirit Bow is an option. And Bone Meringues are also going to be an option. Now, I'm not going to say which one's better, because honestly, I have zero clue. I have not used either of them in God knows how long. But people are going to be looking for an alternative. Meaning boomerangs and spirit bows at some point are going to go up in price. Because people who had Juju and are still playing Archer, and now can't, still are going to probably play Archer. Meaning they're going to have to use some other sort of weapon, which comes down to boomerangs or spirit bows. Next, we have a super easy flip with the Shadow Fury and Live a Dagger nerf. This comes in twofold, actually threefold, as the Emerald Blade was nerfed, the Live a Dagger was nerfed, and the Shadow Fury is buffed. Meaning Shadow Fury is now like the mid-weapon from Livid and Emerald Blade to the Giant Sword. So with Shadow Fury, prices have risen a tremendous amount. If we look at Shadow Fury, we can see prices are 45 million coins for clean. This is where you make money. 45 million coins for clean. The lowest spin for a 5-star enchanted with Withered or one of those good Reforges is mine for 55 million coins. It cost me 6 million coins to upgrade a base weapon like this to one like this. That means that's a 6 million coin flip. I have already sold one of these. If we scroll up far enough, we will see that I've actually already sold one for this price. As we can see, I collected it in auction for my Withered Shadow Fury, the exact same thing. They sell, meaning this is a crazy good way to make money if you've got the time and money for it. It's really easy to do. It might not work for much longer, but currently it works. But a lot of stuff from Floor 4 has been going up in price, meaning it could become a lot more viable to run Floor 4s. I don't know how much money it makes. I don't have any Dungeons gear. Literally the only gear I got is Ancient Crimson, maxed out Lapis, and then maxed out Bad Person. Why? I don't know. But I do, okay? Now, this is also going to be a small second one. I'm not sure if this works. This is just me throwing out an idea in case someone wants to go and test. You could potentially invest into items for the museum, because the museum is the best way to get Skyblock levels, and Skyblock levels is a new update. So investing in items in the museum could potentially make you money. I don't know what you would invest in, though. And in addition to that, also grinding out Svens to get some furballs would be actually a pretty viable method, because furballs go for a good amount of 900k coins per. And the drop rate percentage of it from Svens has doubled. So odds are you're going to get more of them, and that could be a potentially good method. Granted, I have not tested that one out either, so I cannot tell you if it's a good method or not. So I'm not going to do the math for whether farming wolves is good, but it is another option if you wanted to, and a potentially longer option, as it's not going to really change anytime soon. But if you want my advice, I would recommend buying all the items I've said, and potentially running Floor 4, or doing Svens, as both of those will have the potential to drop you, but they're more RNG based, so depending on what you get, depends on how much money you can make. Both of those are potential money-making methods that have risen up to the surface during this event. If you guys enjoyed today's video, subscribe, like it some more, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.